Is going on, everybody? It's your boy the SLAP Train, and welcome back to the top 40 movie/TV cars countdown. And today we're gonna be counting down from 35 to 31. And I hope you guys do enjoy this, as again, this is my personal list that I have created. So let's get right into it, guys. Now at number 35 today, we have the 1966 Shelby Cobra 427, and this is from the Gumball rally. This was filmed in 1976, and essentially it was a big race across the country. Beautiful cars in there, and they had a few chase scenes in there with the Daytona and the Cobra, just going all out, doing donuts in the water, mud everywhere, just trashing cars. I actually saw a few clips. I was watching back, and I know they blew an engine on one of them. They had to replace it, this and that. But I mean, movie, I didn't watch a lot of it as a kid. I think I watched it once maybe. But I mean, the cars in there are what brought me to it. Beautiful Cobra, and that's why I'm showcasing this, because you don't see this car in a lot of movies. And really, besides the Gumball rally, I can't really think of too many cars, I mean, at least the Cobra, that I've seen in other videos. So, I mean, awesome to see it actually in a live movie. Great car nonetheless. Beautiful thing to slide in Forza 4, and if you haven't seen it, go and check out that movie, the Gumball Rally 1976. Alright, next on the list, number 34, the 1968 Dodge Charger, which was used in the movie Bullet. This was probably the most craziest chase scene that I've watched in any movie, just for the sheer fact of the realism that was done. Now, I mean, back in the day when this movie came out, 1968, for its time, crazy old movie. They didn't have any special effects like we do now. They didn't have anything like that, so really it was all done real. And they actually they had a crazy chase scene. It was about a 10-minute long scene. You can go watch it on YouTube. Just type in Bullet Charger scene or whatever. But Steve McQueen was chasing this car. Now, I was gonna use his Mustang that he was using in the movie, but I figured I'd use the Charger. I kind of liked it a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, this thing, they both hauled so much ass in that movie. It was ridiculous. Destroyed both the cars at the actual end of the scene when Steve McQueen pushes this car into the construction zone and just completely destroys it. When he goes to go slide his car to stop it, you can see his front tires completely cave in and just compress. So he completely ruined the suspension on his car. They destroyed both of them. It was an absolute beautiful movie to watch. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet or not, but if you haven't, I highly recommend it. It is an older movie, obviously. It's nothing like the Fast and the Furious, but as I said, for its time, the chase scene in general was absolutely amazing. You know, you cannot beat realism at its finest in those old school movies. So awesome car, awesome movie, and that's why it's number 34 on our list today. Now, number 33 is the 1961 Chevrolet Corvette, used in the TV show Route 66. Now, they've used many cars in this TV series. They kind of actually used the newer model each year that they filmed this TV show. And this show ran from 1960 to 1964. So, I mean, it was, for its time, back when it actually first started up, it was about two guys. You know, the one, his father died, and he gave everything to him, and he ended up losing everything, and all he had was this Corvette. And he ended up taking his buddy along with him, and they just cruised around North America, you know, adventuring with their Corvette on Route 66, you know, trying to settle down and get a place to stay. And if you guys watched the TV show at all, you guys understand, but for those of you who didn't and maybe want to relive this, definitely go and watch the TV show. I mean, it is in black and white, but for what it is, though, you cannot beat seeing an old school Corvette like this. I mean, you don't just, like, you don't see these anymore, man. No movies anymore have these old school cars, so it's really nice to kind of go back and relive these movies that use these iconic cars, because, I mean, really, there's only a few other shows that I know of that I've seen this car in. One was that 70s show when Red buys it, and that was another awesome appearance with this Corvette. But awesome car. Beautiful, beautiful piece of machinery on this thing. It is just absolutely incredible, and that's why it is on our list for the top 40 most iconic cars. Now, number 32, gentlemen, the 1969 Vista Cruiser in that 70s show. And again, this is my list. This is my favorite TV show to date. I have watched every single season. I own every single season, and this Vista Cruiser is a part of that show. This is Eric's car. His father gave it to him after they got to Toyota. They didn't need it anymore, so they gave it to Eric for that. And this car is pretty much like a character within the show. I mean, they use this car for everything. They go everywhere in it. The intro is done with the car. You know, this car has seen everything. But yeah, I mean, That 70s Show is my favorite show. I watch it usually every night before I go to sleep. Just throw it on Netflix and just pass out. But yeah, I mean, ever since this show first started and I first started watching it, you know, the Vista Cruiser has just been an icon for that show. I mean, that is the, I guess you could say even the mascot for that show is that Vista Cruiser, because that is Eric's car. Eric's the main character, right? So I mean, unfortunately there was no Vista Cruiser. I had to settle with the Country Squire, but I mean, it looks almost identical except for the wood grain on the side. But I mean, again, I was gonna put this a little bit higher up on the list. I was gonna maybe do this top 20, top 10, because it is one of my favorite cars, but we have so many other nice cars to choose from. So it's getting number 32 on our list this week. The Vista Cruiser, gentlemen. You could literally cruise the Vistas. Now, number 31, we have the 57 Bel Air, which was used in Born to Race. And this is a movie that not a lot of people know about. And you didn't get to see this car for very much. For what you did get to see, though, Frank raced this car against the damn Regal. And the Regal ended up smoking the Bel Air. If you guys have seen this movie, it is absolutely probably one of my favorite street race scenes in any movie that I've seen. Even Fast and the Furious, this is one of my favorite ones out of the two, because it's such a grudge match between the two fathers of the two sons of the main characters, and I really, really enjoyed it. And if you guys have not seen this movie as well, go and check this movie out. I think it's on Netflix for the, yeah, it is on Netflix for the American version. It is definitely worth the watch, I promise you. There's just amazing scenes in that movie, and really, I didn't see that movie when it first came out. I saw it on Netflix because nobody really was talking about it, and I was glad that I ended up watching it. For those of you guys that have seen this movie, this I added in here for you guys to enjoy. Thank you guys very much for coming by today. Make sure you guys come back for next week. We're going to go through and crack down that top 30 list, but thank you guys very much for watching today. It's your boy, the SLAPTrain. I'm out. Peace.